What's up, swimmers and swammers? I'm Garrett McCaffrey, joined by Morgan Priestley, coming at you after the Day 2 prelims with 3 things to watch for tonight's finals. We wanted to give you perspective on 3 things that you can't necessarily see in the results. You only get if you're watching either here in person or on ESPN3, where those finals will be broadcasted tonight. The first thing to watch for is in the 400 individual medley. I want you to watch for 2 freshmen on the 3rd leg. Both Chase Kalish and Josh Pernot in that breaststroke leg should be pushing 100. Pernot was a 100.06 this morning. Kalish was a 101 low, somewhere in that range. But we possibly could see the first 59 split in a 400 IM.
Yeah, we weren't able to find anybody who's ever broken a minute before, but it seems like the fastest time we saw was 100.08 by Austin Thompson a year ago when he won the 400 IM in Federal Way at this meet. So to see 2 people coming out as freshmen, maybe breaking that barrier or getting close to it is really impressive. Really impressive thing to see.
There's nothing more fun than watching people run down the rest of the field during the breaststroke leg of an IM, so make sure you watch for that tonight. The second thing, Morgan, we're talking about the 200 medley relay, where we want you to watch the technique of the barrier breakers that we saw last night, both Vlad Morozov and Kevin Cordes. You're going to get a glimpse of it in that medley relay, and then you'll also see it in the 100 breaststroke, but we didn't get a chance to really talk about it in depth. It's not necessarily the most beautiful swimming, it's all about tempo for both of those guys in their races.
Yeah, and I think it also has to do with, just the size of the athlete. We see Nathan, like Nathan Adrian, when he would drop 18 lows, it would be, he has high tempo, no doubt, but he carries so much power with each stroke. Vlad, a smaller frame, he doesn't have that luxury. He's got to get the tempo up, got to, carry as much speed through each stroke as much as possible. I think Cordes is the same way.
Cordes is almost, it's a combination of tempo and the fact that he's so high in the water. Both of them, because of their tempo and their position, Vlad because he's a little bit smaller and Cordes because he's so high in the water, they almost look like they're slipping through the water, but obviously they're both grabbing a whole lot of water. But just another thing to watch for, check out that technique, both in that 200 medley relay and then again in that 100 breaststroke.
Yep.
Third thing to watch for tonight is the lineups in that 800 freestyle relay. It's going to be interesting to see who Michigan chooses to use and how the events leading up to that, both here in prelims where multiple members of those relays will have swum, and then both tonight in the finals leading into that 800 freestyle relay. Let's see how fatigue sets in. That 800 freestyle relay is a bear when they put it on to day number 2.
Absolutely, yeah. Having done that in prelims and finals, and then coming back and trying to do that 3rd 200 at night, and you were just completely gassed. This isn't like conference meets when the 800 free relay is the first event that you're seeing and you're doing. So at this meet, if your team goes to seed time, chances are you're going to move up a few spots, and it comes in, it's who's fresh, who doesn't have swims. So for Michigan, they were seeded to score 4 guys. They got 2 up, Connor Yeager and Mike Winalda. And it seems like a little bit of a loss, but at the same time, you have guys who swam decently, Hassan Abdelkhalik, Peter Brum, Anders Nielsen, etc. They might have been a little off their seed, but they're going to be fresher, that 800 free relay. So we'll see, they've got so many legs to choose from. Cal, and it's a big team battle here. It's all the points that matter going into day 3. Tom Shields is going to be leading that thing off for Cal probably, and this is going to be his 4th swim of the night, 7th swim of the day overall. It'll probably be Trent Williams and Will Hamilton with him as well, and then maybe Seth Stubblefield. He did a really good 200 this morning, or Ben Hinshaw, who anchored it for Cal last year when they got 2nd in the 800 freestyle relay. Texas, though, I think looks to be the favorite. They've been swimming lights out all week, particularly Austin Surhoff, who is going to be, he's probably going to step in and be that 3rd guy for them in that relay, along with Dax Hill and Clay Youngquist, and then Kip Darby, who was also in that relay last year, is capable of splitting a 134, maybe even a 133. I think Longhorns the favorite to win tonight.
Yeah, Longhorns are the favorite, but if Michigan somehow is able to pull it off with some of those fresher legs in the 200 freestyles, because they didn't make the finals, because they didn't make that 2nd swim, I don't know if it's on purpose, and I don't think it would be, but Mike Bottom could claim a little bit of strategic genius if he is able to pull that off, because at most they're scoring 10 points in that B final, whereas those relay points are maximum number.
Yeah. And you're pushing the other team down. Got to take care of that.
3 things to watch for from tonight's finals. Day number 2 from men's NCAAs. I'm Garrett McCaffrey, Morgan Priestley. We'll see you guys tonight.